Hey guys, I'm Corbin.
And I'm Chloe.
So this project, we had a great time recording in Fort Worth, Texas at Fort Worth Sound Recording Studios.
We had Mr. Bart Rose as our recording engineer, and he is just the funniest person to work with. He's hilarious to work with in the studio. And then we had our good friends Dylan Estrada on drums, and then we had Lucas Tomlin on bass. We had Mr. Corbin Burgett on guitar and banjo.
And beautiful Chloe on vocals.
The writing process for this song, we were actually driving to a gig and we were just kind of talking about our frustrations with our experiences in the music scene as a whole. Granted, we are primarily based in Texas, so it is about Texas, but it can be generalized to the music scene as a whole. We were just venting, and I pulled out my notes app on my phone and I just started writing whatever was coming to my head in that moment, in that conversation. And before I knew it, we had several verses to this song written right there in,
the middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere, Texas.
Rock star, just living that celebrity dream. You think you're
Lucas Tomlin, who we mentioned played bass for us on this song, actually
He helped us rewrite just a little bit.
Yeah, and he helped with the direction of like the rhythm and the cadence. He's really, really good with melodies and kind of thinking outside of the box.
So the recording process was a lot of fun, but then it definitely took a little bit because we didn't necessarily have a producer. We produced it ourselves, so it was all kind of spur of the moment, like figuring out what we want the song to be in the studio. And where Lucas played bass on it, he was there and gave some great, I would say, production ideas to the song. I played all of the instrumentation besides drums pretty much and bass. I played all the guitar parts and the banjo, which is a 6-string banjo.
And the tambourine. Don't forget the tambourine.
And the tambourine. I played the tamborino.
It's always fun to be in the studio with people that you call your friends, and that's exactly who these guys are to us. They are part of our TexWestus family, and so we spent the whole day recording this song, and we were laughing, we were having a blast, and that's all you can ask for, really, when you go into the studio, is to enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah, it was a great time. So once the song got finished in the recording process, we kind of sat on it for a while and didn't really do anything with it because we weren't sure when or
if
or what we wanted to do with it. Later on, as things started moving forward and 2020 happened the way it did, it ended up being a great time, we presumed, to release the song early 2021. Last year we sent it to one of our acquaintances at the time, but now a really good friend of ours, Elliot at High Horizon Entertainment in Nashville. And he worked the song over, man. He really mixed it well, produced it well.
He gave it a whole new life, and it was beyond what we could have imagined for this, so it was really cool.
Yeah, kudos to him. And then we got it sent to Foxborough Mastering Studios in Nashville.
With this song, as I stated before, we were just expressing our frustrations with the music industry in general, especially where we have played, which is Texas. And one thing about Texas, and I think country music as a whole, is that women are kind of seen as less than. And Texas is really bad about that. I think there's only 2 or 3 women on the chart right now. I think there's only 1 in the top 10. So that's a big deal. And you notice that on shows, you notice that on festivals. There's maybe 1 woman, maybe 1 or 2. I think in the things that we've done, I'm usually the only woman involved. That is a big deal, especially for the women that I know that are trying to break into the scene only to be shunned because they're women. And so we wanted to shed light on that. And so I think we did a good job with that with this song.
my verse is about a perspective that I have that hopefully I share with other people, and that's kind of the point of the song, is to bring awareness to such things. We've noticed a lot in the red dirt and Texas scene, a popularity of artists glorifying alcoholism and drug use, and a lot of the extremely popular artists right now, you know, have a lot of explicit content and a decent amount of their music. And, you know, while party music has its place, you know, I mean, everyone likes to party, but at some point the scene needs to be held accountable for leading the young generation in a not so straight way. And while the world is not fair, and I totally get that, and I understand that, you just need to work hard and do your best every day to be a good person. But it's like, I really believe that leaders and who these young kids, you know, high school to college age kids are looking up to, these leaders need to realize what kind of influence they have and be held accountable for that. So that's kind of what this song is about.
Make sure it's Crown you drink, and you'll be crowned the king. Hit that 8-ball shot like you forgot your mom.
And a final thought, we're just so thankful that God has brought us here, and that we get to share this, you know, our hearts with you guys, and this passion of ours with y'all. And we're just so thankful for our families and for each other, and for our awesome team. We've just been so blessed, and we want to be a blessing to so many people. So,
and if you would like to join the TexWestus family, please go find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you stream your music. We are there. Go find us on social media. Also, our website is just TexWestus.com.
Go check us out.
You get called an outlaw, a rock star, just living that celebrity dream. You think you're a different son, but you got it all wrong. Hell, it's worse than Tennessee. But where's your class, boy? Are you the real McCoy? Don't you know you won't get far? Cause you're all the same, just got different names. No, you ain't a real Lone Star.